Hello. Hi, Combi, Becky, Mika. How you doing, guys? How's the music? Is it too loud? It's a bit loud for me, actually. Let's click it down one. That's better. How you doing? I wasn't going to stream today, but I want to do some journaling, and I keep putting it off in favour of working. And I thought, well, if I stream, then I'm working, but I can also do some journaling. Hi, Nat. You got your project in front of you. Cool. Yeah, I've got to put that video up still from well, it doesn't really matter when it goes up, but down in the description I've put a link to an artist, White Stag Art. She's also known as Lowbrow Misfits, because I bought some really cool stickers from her. They're awesome stickers. They're really, like, once you stick them down, they don't come off. They're proper sticky. And I also got some washi tape, which matches this. This is actually from her Edgar Allan Poe collection. It's called Dark Poet, sorry. And then this one's called Witchy, but she's got loads of stuff. I've put her Instagram down below as well. This tape is awesome. I love it. It's Edgar Allan Poe themed. It did come from America, and it did take a long ass time to get to me. But that wasn't her fault. That was the post. She dispatched it straight away. And I did contact her last week and say, you know, I know it's long postage times to everything, but I'm just giving you a heads up that these haven't actually arrived yet. And she couldn't have been more helpful. And she was like, you know, I have had some that have just arrived that I sent out the week before. So if they're not with you by Monday, let me know. I'll send some new ones out. But as it happened, they turned up on the Saturday, so yay, I've been able to tell her that they're here. Very happy to have received these. I actually bought 2 of each because I knew I would use lots of these. So yeah, that's White Stag Art, Lowbrow Misfits. And not only does it come with the stickers, look at these. Look at these gorgeous prints on the back. So like, this is just plain on the front. This is just like a piece of card. It's not stuck or anything, you see. So you could use these as journaling cards or little postcards, or you could even frame these in put these in little frames. Aren't they cute? Fantastic artist. Really love her work. So there you go. Go check her out. I also bought some stickers. I found a set called Goth Stickers, and I found a set called Witchy Stickers. And yes, they're from Amazon, okay? I just put in, I needed some black and white stickers. And everybody that I love the stickers of, like By Bun, I adore By Bun's stickers, but the postage is so expensive. And at the moment, she's not doing international shipping either anyway. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go on Amazon, and I'm just going to buy some stickers. So I just looked for black and white stickers, witchy stickers, goth stickers, basically anything along those lines. And this is what I found. So I've put them all in together, all the black and white ones. But you can see these are pretty cool. They've all got a very, very similar style. So I think they're all from the same artist. There's a lot of, you know, some of these sticker packs are so diverse. You think, did you nick that from somebody else's artwork? But these are all almost exactly the same art style. So I'm pretty sure this is just a company that makes stickers and puts them out. I mean, everybody does these things with 4 eyes and stuff. And, you know, some of them are vintage designs, like the Batgirl. So, yeah, pretty cool. Really enjoying those. And I also got a pack of watercolour type stickers, which I don't have links for these, but I will put them in my Amazon shop later. I completely forgot, as usual. Where's my Where's my bag of Edgar Allan Poe stickers? What have I done with it? Let's put my phone on to charge while I'm here. Where's my Edgar Allan Poe sticker thing? Can't find it. Okay. Somewhere I've got another sticker bag with some more stickers in that are really cute. And they're watercolour type stickers. But I can't show you because I can't find them. Hang on, have I put them in here? No, they're in a bag like that. But I can't find them. I'll keep that out because I'll need that in a minute, probably. I don't know. Oh, they'll turn up. I'll move something and they'll appear on my desk and I'll go, oh, that's where they went. So today, it's been a hectic week. I'm behind on Drawloween. I've only done 2. Well, I've done 1 and I haven't finished the other one. I have been working on the Poe Chronicles. Lots of work for that. It's just been really hectic. Ooh, sticker. Yeah, it's just been really hectic. And then I got some magazines this morning. I moved into my Halloweeny traveller's notebook. I cannot for the life of me remember the lady's name who made this for me. But I did an unboxing on it way back. I've had this since about... Hey! Sorry, puppies having a hissy fit. Maddie, leave it. It's fabric and canvas and it's really beautifully made. I've had it since 2013, I think. I want to say Delilah or Delish or something like that. But anyway, I did an unboxing on it. If you go and look at my Traveller's Notebooks, you'll see. And I linked to her and everything. And she still has a shop. But I pull it out every Halloween because I love this one. And I don't know, somehow I'm kind of into journaling because I've been using a lot of dip pens. We're using dip pens in the Poe class. And I am... Hang on, let me pop chat out because I can't see the bottom of chat. Live chat. We do, of course, have super chat as well. If anybody wants to help the channel out, you can donate as well. You don't have to. I'm just saying, if you want to, you can. There we go. That's better. Now I can see what you're doing. Hey, Ash. Hi, Fiona. Marie. Oh! And as if by magic. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for the 5 there. That will go towards my coffee trips. Well, it's not going towards my coffee. It's going towards my car again. I've had a morning. This is one of the reasons why I said, you know what? I'm just going to journal. I'm just going to sit down with my journal and I'm just going to journal. Because my car, 8th of September, the damn thing died on me again. I went out to start it, nothing. Like, literally nothing. I spent the next 2 weeks chasing my mechanic while he messed me about. Eventually he said, right, it's going in on the 28th to Wayne. You know, Wayne. The big electrical car man. Because there's obviously something wrong with it. It's either possessed by a demon or it's got a major electrical fault, okay? Well, the 28th came and went. No sign of my mechanic. I rang him. I left messages. This week, I left it till Monday afternoon. I rang him. Nothing. No contact, nothing. So today I went, you know what? I'm going to try one more time, and if I can't get hold of him, I'm going to call Wayne. Can't get hold of the mechanic again. So I just called Wayne and I said, look, here's who I am. This is what's going on. It should have been in with you on the 28th. It's still sat outside my house. I'm getting really annoyed. I want my car back. I thought I'd just ring you and see if you'd heard from him. And he said, no, but I'll book you back in. So he's going to come and get the car on Wednesday next week. That's the earliest he can do it, which is fine. You know, it's not his fault that Ant's messed me about. But Wayne is going to come and get the car on Wednesday morning and try and sort out what the problem is. The thing is, I haven't actually spent that much money on getting the car sorted because they don't know what the problem is. Every time it goes in, I've had repairs on it, okay, but the repairs were stuff that needed to be done. It had some new tyres, it had the exhaust done, it had some underpainting done, it had some tubes replaced, all that kind of stuff. But it's an old car, you know, it's 2001. So I don't expect it to pass its MOT every year. This year it passed. All it needed was a £50 repair. Most of that was labour. It was a £25 part, but it needed replacing. It was like a shock absorber thing. And that's it. You know, it's perfectly roadworthy, other than the fact that every time I go out to the damn thing, the battery's dead. That's what's annoying. There's obviously a drain on the battery and nobody can find it. And half the people tell me the car has a bad battery. The other half of people tell me it's got a bad alternator. Then I've got people telling me there's nothing wrong with the alternator at all. Then I get some people telling me it's a starter motor. Now Wayne's saying, well, if it's losing water as well, then it might be the head gasket. I'm like, oh, great, because that would be just be scrapping the car. If it needs a head gasket, I'm not even going to bother, because that's ridiculous. That's an engine job. So, you know, I've just bypassed the middleman and said, look, come and get the car. Please try and tell me what's wrong with it. At least do the basic tests. Because I just found out from Wayne, last time it went in, the mechanic told me that he'd asked for a full electrical test and battery check. Right? I've just spoken to Wayne and said that, and Wayne said, no, that's not what I did. I checked the dashboard for a drain. That's what he told me to do. I'm like, oh, okay. So he's been getting half a story from Ant, because he was literally told, oh, if it needs a head gasket, it's coming to your son, Lisa. I'm not even going to take it to Ant. I'll get your son to do it. Keep it in the family, right? If I'm going to pay somebody 600 quid, and it shouldn't even be that, I mean, it's an Astra. It's a 20-year-old Astra. It shouldn't even be that expensive. If that's what it needs, then I'll just get your son to do it. Because it's not like it's a rush job. Damn car's been off the road more than it's been on for the last 2 years. Have you tried a priest? It's funny you should say that, because I actually said to Wayne earlier, either it's got a major battery drain or it's just possessed. So I've told him, if you can't find anything wrong with it, if you can't find a battery drain and there's nothing wrong with the head gasket, nothing wrong anywhere, then what we'll do is we'll just say, you know what? I'll tell you what, how about we just take it out into the fields and burn it? We'll have a ritual burning. My dad's not an electrical mechanic, he's an electrical engineer. On a new car, he would be fine. On cars that have computers, he could actually do it. Because what he started working on, you know, when Rolls-Royce, it's possessed. I'm going to start calling it Eddie if it's not careful. Don't buy a Vauxhall. Yeah. The trouble is, Jane, everybody says that about everything. Everybody said that about my Renault Megane. Don't buy a Renault Megane. Don't buy one of them. Don't buy one of them. Never had a day's problem with it in 18 years. Everybody said that about my Polo. Don't buy a Polo. If you're gonna get a Volkswagen, don't get a Polo. But I never had a problem with mine. And other than the fact that I've got this electrical problem, that it just suddenly the battery's dead, I've never had any other problems with it. It's never actually broken down on me, other than the battery's dead and it won't start. And even then, it's never had to be recovered or anything. It just needs a jump start. It's Christine. No, it's definitely a boy. It's definitely a The Murdy Mobile. It's so annoying though. Because if they can fix it, I want it fixed. But nobody can tell me what the problem is with it. See, the thing is, this is a Vauxhall. It's an ex-sales car. So it was a fleet car. So it had a lot of mileage, but didn't have a lot of wear and tear. And it had regular services, because Lisa, I'll tell you, Lisa runs a fleet. I've run a fleet before. Fleet cars go in every 3 months for a service, whether they need it or not. For at least an oil change and check. Because they do so much mileage. So for the first 10 years of its life, it went all the time. See, I would never have a Ford. We had a Ford. My mum had a Ford, and she had no end of problems with it. Everyone always says, don't buy this, don't buy that. So you've just got to go with what you think. Fortunately, I'm ex-service receptionist. I know about cars. My granddad was a mechanic. My dad is an electrical engineer. So I've got pretty much all my bases covered. I know enough about cars to be able to test drive a car and know if there's a problem with it mechanically. And to, get underneath it with a torch and know what to look for. I absolutely love my car. I just wish the damn thing would start if I left it for more than 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, because fleet cars, if you don't have them serviced every 3 months or every 1,500 miles, you don't get insurance. It's simple. There's no insurance if you don't have your fleet cars serviced. And they usually have one driver, which is much better than having several different drivers. They usually have one person who owns them for like years. Anyway, let's journal. Cars are a pain. Chronicles is still going on. You can still join if you want to. Link and a code for 10% off are down below. When Frogs Sing 2021 is available for purchase if you are a member on the site. So you just sign up as a member and you can purchase a bundle with the Christmas Chronicles and Halloween Chronicles, which is the Poe class. And do you want to know what we're doing for Christmas? I made a decision. Well, yeah, no, the decision was kind of made for me. I'm a great believer in if it fits, I sits. And I was looking at the different stories that I'd been looking at, the Nutcracker and the Red Shoes and this, that and the other. The various, could I get the original story in English? The original story of the Nutcracker in English is very hard to get. But, could I feasibly do it? Could I easily do it? Could I make a class out of it? And then I pulled out my copy of The Wizard of Oz, and it has 24 chapters. And I'm like, sold. Because the Christmas Chronicles class, of course, is 24 days. It's up to Christmas Eve. So, yeah, we're going to do The Wizard of Oz. The book. Well, you can do the film if you want, or you can do Wicked, or you can do anything Wizard of Oz related. You could even do Alice in Wonderland if you want, because it's basically the same story. But, yeah, we're going to do... The audiobook will be The Wizard of Oz. And you can listen to my dulcet tones reading it, or you can purchase your own copy with your... there's lots of different people have done The Wizard of Oz, so I think even Judy Garland did an audio of it at one point. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, ruby slippers. Get your red glitter out. Nothing says Christmas like red glitter. And after the year we've had, I think we should make the most of it. All those people who are like, oh, Christmas, it's bah humbug, it's so commercial. Sod commercial. Let's put the tree up. Let's put the lights up. Let's get the glitter out. You got to do something, right? It's been one of those years. Anyway. yeah, I threw one of these because I'm doing a lot of sketching. I've got my bullet journal, not my bullet journal, my little B6 that I'm doing the Drawloween in. I've done, you can see I haven't done anywhere near as much as I anticipated. I've started doing poison. I know what I'm going to do here, but I haven't drawn it yet, obviously. I did the pumpkin. This is Suki from Suki and Ivy on Instagram. Ballpoint pen, all ballpoint pen. So I drew my inky guy, my ink pot. But I haven't had a whole lot of time to do it because I've mostly been concentrating on the Poe stuff. But I fancy doing writing because I've been playing with dip pens. Boy, have I been playing with dip pens. I'm loving dip pens. Dip pens are freaking awesome. Look at all these. And I've got these ones as well, the traditional ones for art, comic art and all sorts. I even found my little pen holder. Look at this adorable little thing. My friend gave me this when I had Gypsy. It's a German Shepherd, and it's a little pen holder. So when if you've got ink on your pen, just pop it there on his ears, and it holds your pen while it's got ink on it. Isn't it cute? And then I've got Ed and Poe, or Alan and Poe, sorry. My two little inkwells. I'm just having a blast. Oh, and for those who haven't seen him, of course, there is... Hang on. Where's the switch? He's motion sensor, so I tend to turn him off when I'm recording. But that's Quoth the Raven. I know. I am a big child, and I don't care. So yeah, I've been playing with lots of different pens. This used to be a big quill pen, but I'm allergic to feathers, so I chopped all the feather off and just kept the quill part. I did wait until it was a white feather and it got grotty. So I did at least keep it as just decorative initially, but then when feathers get moth-eaten and grotty and dusty, and white feathers especially get really grubby, so I waited and then I just cut the quills off. So now I can use it, because I couldn't use it before when it had feather things on it. So isn't he great? I got him in Asda for a £5 last couple of Halloweens ago. He's actually got a switch, but it's come out, and I don't know where it's gone, but there's just like a little press switch that you can just press it, and he talks to you. Sometimes I sit here and ask him questions and then press the switch, and he goes, rawr, rawr, rawr. I know how crazy I sound. I've also got a raven in here, look. He's just a cutout from a book on birds, but he's beautiful, and I just stuck it on this piece of card, and the only reason it's slightly taped to there is just to stop it shifting around, because it's quite heavy, so it kept dropping down, so I put it like that. And then I had this, ow, I keep doing that. I've got a hangnail and I keep catching it on stuff. I had that in there originally, having a great day. And then the card came for White Stag Art, and I really liked it, so I just slipped that in there. I've got a couple of Snoopy folders, but I don't really have anything in here at the moment. It literally is just, I put this in here, and then I used the wrapping paper that my stickers and stuff came in, because it was all beautifully packaged, to cover it, just to cover the brown of the notebook. And then I used a bit more of this Tim Holtz paper. I liked how it looked on the the sketchbook for Poe, so I stuck it there, and that was an offcut. And that's one of the stickers from this set. That's the other sticker from this set, the one that's missing. And that's it. And then that was another offcut, and I thought, well, let's just stick that down, see what happens. And that's as far as I've got. So I'm starting a new journal-ish. Just somewhere that I can put photos and stickers and write stuff, and that's not sketching, because everything I'm doing at the moment is sketching, apart from my bullet journal, and I don't want to journal in my bullet journal, if that makes sense. So I've got a couple of magazines. British History magazine, this is BBC History magazine. This was a special offer on Instagram, actually, from BBC History channel, for 5 issues for £5, and I thought, well, you can't go wrong with that. There's going to be a couple of pictures in it. Sherlock Holmes, the world's first policewoman. Oh, Sherlock Holmes in skirts, the world's first policewoman. That sounds interesting. So I thought I'd have a look in here and see. Hey, Katie. There's always lots of vintage stuff, and, you know, even this kind of stuff is kind of cool. I like medieval stuff and archaeology and ancient history and anything like that. National Trust House in Sussex. Now, this is an article on Bletchley Park and how coronavirus is impacting the history sector, but I really like that thing of, who is it, Apollo with his lyre and a dog. That's cool, isn't it? Look at this look at this writing. This I love. I'll have a look at that. Really cool basic scribbles as well. Basic. See this, all you people who sit there and go, oh, I can't draw people. Yeah, you could. Look. Line, 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 dot, dot, line, squiggle, curve. Scribble, 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 scribble. 2 ears. That's it. But it looks like a person. Yeah, the hands. I mean, what is that hand? If you drew that hand, you'd go, it's a terrible hand. That looks nothing like a hand. What the hell is that? And yet here it is as a published piece. It's in the style of Quentin Blake, actually. I wonder if they are Quentin Blake illustrations. Because that's how he... I mean, look at that hand. Nobody draws hands like that. That's not what a hand looks like, but it's a hand, right? Because it's on the end of an arm, so it's a hand. Oh, and there's a little boy it was a picture of. Right, don't tell me you can't draw your kids, or you can't go draw your grandkids, or you can't draw yourself or other people. Yeah, sure you can. There you go, that's how you do it. I'm going to keep that, that's pretty interesting. Ooh, bones. A skeleton of a monk found at Westminster Abbey. Cool. I'm not going to pull this one apart yet because I actually want to read it. I might if there's like a full page or something. Pythia's narrative. Huh, interesting. Or like that one. I mean, there's nothing on the back of that one that I'm interested in because the World Wars do not interest me in any way. Nellie Bly. Artwork for a board game inspired by the globe-trotting adventures of journalist Nellie Bly, who aimed to make it around the world in fewer than 80 days. Circa 1890. Interesting. Spartans. Cool. That'll be another good one to read. It's my area of history. Not Sparta specifically, it's more the Romans, but, you know, ancient anything. What have we got? war stuff. I do kind of get a bit bored with magazines and books and stuff. The minute you say history, you know, like you go on Sky History Channel, there's like 3 documentaries about, one's medieval, one's on like ancient medicine, and one's on the demise of the Mayans, and then there's like 500 documentaries on World War One and World War Two. You're like, there's more to history than 2 world wars, okay? My favourite thing to say when I draw something new and I think it's crap is, if I was someone else looking at this, would I recognise it as X? Yeah, I don't even ask that. I don't even ask that. I just go, will that do? Yeah. Will it do? That'll do. That'll do. Job done. Sherlock Holmes in skirts. A late 19th century New York Police Department added a new weapon to its investigative armoury: women. How the world's first female detectives snared everyone from murderers to crooked fortune tellers. Oh, that sounds really interesting. Now, see, that's interesting. Might even try and draw some of those outfits. Patrol women touring dance halls and cinemas, looking for ne'er-do-wells, no doubt. Oh look, another war. Or at least that's the Franco-Prussian War. At least that's vaguely interesting. I'm looking for collage material, by the way. I'm not just... showing you a magazine. History. Well, everything from yesterday is history. I believe it runs along the lines of, like, technically, historically, to call something historical as opposed to contemporary, it has to be at least vintage. And vintage is 25 years. So technically, 1995 and back. Is that right? Yeah, 1995 and back is historical now, in an academic sense. Whereas anything since 1995 is technically contemporary. But there's a lot of history. Everything's history if you look at it in the right way. This is the current edition. This is November 2020. They're normally £5.50, these, and I got 5 issues for £5. And it's only £21 to renew for a year. So I might continue. I know. The 80s, sorry. 1995 onwards is retro. More than 10 years old is retro. More than 25 years old is vintage. So the 80s is vintage. You only learn American history. You don't have any history. You're only 400 years old. Hi, Cody. Americans don't like it when you say that. We've got houses that are older than your country, honey. In fact, there's a house just up the road that was built in the early 1200s. Yeah, that's one that I'm going to have to read through first. Oh, cute doggy. I'm going to have to read that one first. This is the current Spirit and Destiny, the October edition. I don't generally get this anymore. It used to be really a really good, wide-ranging New Age / pagan magazine, and now it's all freaking angels. Angels and Crystals. Unless it's got better in the last year. But the new editor, I don't like the new editor at all. But there's a lot of really good pictures in it. Like these pictures, these 3 pictures, even that one. I really like that one actually. These are cool. Even that as a sketch reference, that'd be cool, you know. But the actual articles in it are a bit. I went to Butlins and I turned into an angel talker thing. You know. But it's got some cute little illustrations and stuff. These watercolour illustrations that they do these days, these are really nice. It's usually good for some collage material. But again, I haven't read this one yet, so I like these. I like these. These are cute. Look at these Libra balance, a cake in one hand and an apple in the other. Oh, that's cute. I like these ones. Scorpio, with a little flower. Sagittarius with some arrows. Capricorn's got a little cat. Aquarius is watering the garden. Pisces is walking the dog. Aries is going for it with some ice cream. Looks like you, Lisa. Taurus has some fish. I don't know. Why wouldn't... I would have thought Taurus would have the ice cream. Aries would be on like a skateboard or something, and then Pisces would have the fish. But, okay. Gemini's looking in the mirror. Cancer is eating lobster. That doesn't seem right somehow. And Leo's combing her hair. Oh, and Virgo has a bunch of flowers. Those are cute. I like those. Unfortunately, they're back to back on the pages. They always do this. They're always back to back and they're never aligned. See that? See how they, if you look through there, you can see that the circles aren't aligned on either page. So you can't just cut the circle out and then it's double-sided. No. You've got to arse about with it and decide which one you want. Ugh. She's very cute. I like her. I'm just looking to see if they're... Oh! Little ones! Oh, those are okay, because, yeah, it's got writing on, but that would be easy enough to put a sticker over and write the thing on. Oh, cool. Oh, there's a big one of that witch. And there's nothing on the back of that one. Oh, it's a story, so that doesn't even matter. I don't read the short stories. I'm not interested. Your Aries and ice cream would never be your first pick. No, I would have thought coffee would be. If anybody was going to be the poster child for the pumpkin spice latte, double shot espresso, I would have thought it would be Aries. Let's get this thing going. Up and at 'em. Hi, Zen. Oh, that's a pretty colour. Look at that. So that's all about crystals. I'm just looking for some pictures. Oh, I like her. That's pretty too. Oh, look! Angels. Let's pull that one out. I only read the articles in these that I'm interested in, and I'm not in the vaguest bit interested in. Affirmations. I might look at some of those later. More crystals. Oh, I like that drawing. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I may have to change tack here. Because now I'm thinking maybe I want to put some of these in my witchy journal. She's cool. It's all about spiritualism, this one. Talking to spirits and mediumship. It's never about Wicca anymore. It used to be. Well, not Wicca, but paganism. It was much more New Age than it is now. These are beautiful. What oracle deck is this from? Doesn't say. Oh, these pictures are from Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara Mickelgen Free. Those are really pretty. See, these make great collage fodder. I'm really drawn to that one with the wolf. I love that one. Oh, there's a big version of it. It could be that you prefer the company of furry and feathered friends to that of humans. You don't say. Coffee, right. Yeah, coffee. Always for the Aquarian. For the, See, Aquarians need coffee, but Aquarians need coffee because they don't want to get out of bed. Aries need coffee because they're out of bed and they've already used up all their energy just getting out of bed. And whoosh, they've got a million things to do and they need to do it at the speed of light. You used to love the History Channel before it turned to Aliens. Yeah, I don't understand how Aliens became history. I do like watching Ancient Aliens though. I mean, he's just so funny. It was aliens! We can't explain how they built the pyramids, therefore it was aliens! It's like, but we can explain how they built the pyramids? Do you not watch the History Channel? Oh, I'm liking a lot of these pictures to potentially put in my witchy journal. Maybe I'm just going to end up cutting a magazine up and sticking bits in places. I don't know. Okay. That one I want to put in my other journal. I'm going to take the little one of this. Where is it? Where is she? There. That's on the back of there. Yeah, I don't need that. So let's take... Ugh. Take that bit there and put her there, I think. There's no rhyme or reason to this, I'm just sticking. Aliens big whips. Okay. And I need to get rid of that bit down there, so yeah, that'll work. Where did my scissors just go? Did I have my scissors out? I didn't get my scissors out. Okay. There you go, that hides that bit. I kind of like these little leaves as well. I think I want them. I don't fussy cut stuff, I've got no time for that. Unless it's got like going on a background. Like if I was gonna stick those onto overlap that yellow background, I might cut around this part of the leaf just so that it didn't have a white edge. But if it's going on a white paper, it doesn't matter if it's got a white edge. Therefore, I just sticker cut it. Going for kind of a bit of a fall theme, maybe. Let's cover up that random bit of clock there that doesn't need to be there. There we go, that's cool. And I want to keep her as well. I kind of like those leaves. Oh, I tore that one. Clever. I kind of like that leaf there. And even the October bit. Sure, why not? Okay. That's kind of cute as well. I don't know what it is, but we'll have a play. What is it? It's like some kind of shell fruit type. Is it figs maybe? I don't know. No idea. I'm going to stick them down anyway. There we go. If I get any orangey Halloween tape. No, but I've got some gold one. I've got some black and gold. Where's my black and gold Halloween tape? Why can't I find anything? My desk is not that big. I stuck some leather on my Poe book. Ah! No, that's not got my Halloween tape in either. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. I've got it. Star Anise? Oh yes, it could be. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it's Star Anise. You're right. Yeah. Good thinking. See, I would never have recognised that. Washi tape. I don't have... I've got some black and gold washi tape with leaves on. That'll be good. I just want to cover up that French there. I've got nothing against French. I quite often write in French actually sometimes. But it doesn't fit with specifically my fall theme at the moment, so there we go. That's made a start. Do I want to put that there somewhere? Oh, I like that there. There you go. I feel moved in now because I've done a little bit of this, that and the other. She's the big version. I can put her in my book. If I can find my book, I can put her in my book. My book's down here somewhere, I think. Hold on. Hold that thought. Okay. Where's my book? It should be there. Oh, I can't find anything, ever. Honestly, if you could see the state of my desk right now, you'd be like... In fact, just the state of my room in general would make you go, huh? This is what happens when I get busy. I throw stuff about and I don't put anything away. And then my mum starts tutting at me. Where is my... I don't know why I can't find my Book of Shadows. It should be right there. I used it yesterday. Oh, it's here. I put it in the cupboard. See, I knew it would be there somewhere. I just looked in the right place. Here we go. Ooh, itch. Oh, an Iceland order. That's right. That went. Okay. Sorry, I keep dropping things on the floor now because I've got not enough space on my desk. I've got to tidy up later. This is ridiculous. Okay, so I like this girl, and she will fit roughly in here. I might have to chop her leaves off, but she'll fit in there. So let's cut her out. Now this one I am going to kind of fussy cut. And by kind of, I only mean roughly. Purely because she's so big, she won't fit on the page if I don't. But like this bit, there's no reason for me to fussy cut that bit out. But I do need to cut the top of her hat around because she's going to be too tall for the page otherwise. And I want to keep her nice and slim. So I'll cut close in around her hand. And then we'll have to figure out how much doesn't fit at the bottom, but at the moment I'll just cut the writing off and we'll see what we're left with. So what I do with this is pretty much the same as my journal. I just find, when I find stuff that I like, I stick it in my book. Let me see, where am I going to put this one? Shall I put her in? Where shall I put her in? I'm going to put her at the beginning of my Wheel of the Year thing, because this page is a bit grotty, so I might as well stick something on it. If I do that, she will just about fit if I stick her right up at the very top. I'm only going to lose a tiny bit off the bottom. Okay, let's cut around this top corner so I can lay that flat against the top of the page. Whoops. She's like millimeters too tall. Ah, move. The music in the background is Katie again, by the way. Katie Shesko. She's in the chat. She will spam you with her links. And she's got some Halloween songs coming out, so stay tuned. Okay, quick tip for you when you're sticking stuff down, right? I want this to be as close to the top of the page as possible. If I do it like this, there's a good chance that I won't get it as close to the top as I can. So what I do is I turn it upside down and I do this bit first. That way I can get it as close to the top as I possibly can. And look at that, she's going to fit almost exactly. I'm going to lose like a tiny little bit off the bottom. Might not even lose much. Oh, look at that! She fits perfectly. I couldn't have done that if I hadn't turned her upside down and stuck her as... Am I still working in the big old stupid sketchbook? I am. I had to wait until I got my glasses to be able to finish my chameleons, but I didn't feel like painting today. I'm in sketching mode and I find it difficult to switch between painting and sketching. Plus I've got a commission I'm working on that I don't want to paint anything else until I'm done painting that. So if I'm in the mood to paint, I'll work on that instead. If that makes sense. Okay, I like her. She's cool. She matches this. I really like this one. people, what does it mean when somebody dies in a dream? Well, I don't need that information, but I like the... I'm going to do this with a ruler, so it'll be a bit easier to get in close. If I do up to there, cut around her hair, line it back up, there we go. Where shall I put her? Oh, I've got some more here that I pulled out. Where do I want to put her? Let's put her... Let's do a page back here on... I might do a very appropriate for the time of year. I might do a page on death symbolism. Since this has, you know, she's there, blah blah, but it also says dreaming of death is a symbol of a new beginning. So maybe if I God, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. I've got no coordination at all. Yeah, I could put her in the corner and then I can do a page on death symbolism. Why not? That's very, I've got lots of pictures of ravens and crows and stuff going on at the moment, so... her in this bottom corner. I'm not terribly careful about sticking stuff in. I don't feel the need for my book to be hyper aesthetically pleasing or anything like that. It's my book and it's not for anybody else, so I don't really care if anybody else likes it or not. This was going to be for, oh, Hestia. So this was going to be for a goddess. I've got a section somewhere that I was using for mythology. Where is it? There we go. Let's give it a couple of pages. Let's use this page. I'm not the kind of person who sits down in my book of shadows and goes, right, today I'm going to write a page and it's going to be about this. I just shove things in my book and at some point I will come back to this page and go, oh, Hestia. Oh, I'll go and look her up now. And then I'll start doing the rest of the page. I don't feel the need to do all the stuff at once. I'm quite happy to just stick pictures in for now. And I'll come back to it when I'm in the mood. I don't even have to make the page decorative. I can literally just put the picture on there. I can always come back with washi tape or whatever, sketching, watercolour, whatever on here at a later date if I want to. Oh, a doggo. Did I literally keep that piece of paper just for the doggo? No, that's the piece I was looking for spellcasting. Okay, I need to put that in my other book. The Poe channel on YouTube. See, I was trying to, but I couldn't. Everything I found was like a minute and a half long. Were they streaming live and not saving it live or something? Did they literally stream live but it didn't save to the channel? Because I couldn't find anything to watch. It was really weird. Because I wanted to watch it, but all I could find was like these minute and a half videos and stuff. Anything else to go in here at the moment? Oh, I didn't pull anything out of the book, did I? Oh, for heaven's sake. Come on, just stay there. Oh, bloody doorbell. Hang on a minute. Well, I'm not expecting anything, so there shouldn't be a doorbell today. Good boy, go in. Let's put a light on. It's like so dark in here, Mr. Boo. Come on, move back. Good boy. Keep going. There we go. Oh, it's for the neighbours. Oh. Oh. It's interactive clue-based videos. I saw one of the clues, but it didn't make any sense. I didn't understand what was going on, so I must have missed it. Terrible time sleeping while pregnant. Could only fall asleep watching YouTube on the couch. Okay. I regularly fall asleep watching YouTube on the couch. I don't really see what the problem is there. Okay. So at the moment I'm going through this and looking for snippets that I can use for collage, which I will take out unless there's an article on the back that I want to read, and then I'll pull them out afterwards. But the reason I buy these magazines, like if you buy these when they come out, they're really expensive. But if you buy them the day before the new one comes out, they're only about $3.99. And if you get them on back order, you can get them for $2.99. So I waited until the November one had come out yesterday to buy this one because it's cheaper. Nice moon, sun picture. Moon, sun, earth. I like these. What's on the back of that? Yeah, I don't need that. Whoops. God, I really am all fingers and thumbs today. The heck? She's cute and witchy, so I'll probably put her in my other journal. Let's move this out of the way. I feel like everything is in the way today. Do you have days like that, where just everything is encroaching on you? Everything's in the way. Nothing is, you know... Even my rings are annoying me at the moment because they keep swinging round because my hand's cold. Lemurian crystal. Right, now there's an example of something that I'll read because I've never heard of Lemurian crystal before. I like this. So I'll read that. I might use that. I might make some notes on it and use that as decoration. I might not. But I'll leave it in the book for now. And a little meditation girl. She's cute. This is exactly the kind of, for want of a better word, journalism that I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to read this. My inner wild woman saved me, you know, and she's dancing around a block of stones in a nightie. And I'm like, this does not make me want to read it. Sorry, but no, I'm not in the least bit interested. A grounding tree meditation. Okay, connecting with Earth, that I can get behind. So let's have that, because I like the picture. There's nothing on the back of it. So here's what I'm going to do with this. Because I don't like to just take stuff out of a magazine like this and just throw it all in. So let me show you how I do that in my book. I don't know if this is helpful. Is this helpful, people? I know Lemurian is quartz, but I've never heard of it before. I've just read that it's quartz. But I've not heard of it before. I've certainly not worked with it. Okay, meditation. Meditation. Where do I have a section I can put myths and stuff? Astrology. Astrology and myths. Wheel of the Year. I'll put it back here in my personal section, I think. So if I do a book on, a page on, so this one, just in case I don't remember, death symbolism. I'm quite into death stuff. You know, it's the goth Victorian thing in me. So I might need 2 pages for that. So I'm going to skip a page, just in case. I can always come back and fill the other page. And then I'm going to put this one here. So I like to have people facing into my book, unless there's a reason to have them facing out. So I will put her on this side. I don't really need that green thing on the bottom. So let's take her there, trim her down, like this lilac edge. There we go. I don't think I can cut that bit down anymore, but we'll give it a go. Oh, I can. One good thing about this is it tears easily. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. obviously I don't want to sit here and write this all out right now. So this is how I give myself clues. I don't just cut things out of magazines and leave it like this. If I left it like that, it means I don't know what I want to do with it. But this, if I'm just cutting out the wording, that means that I want to put that wording into my book, but I want to write it in. I don't just want to stick it in, right? So that, I'll literally just paperclip it onto that page. And at some point when I'm thinking like, do you ever just get an urge to write, but you don't know what you want to write, and you don't really want to think about it, but you just want to have a pen in your hand? Or is that just me? It's just me, is it? Okay. Sometimes I feel like I want to write, but I don't want to journal, and I don't know what I want to write, and I don't just want to copy some. I just want to copy stuff out. I find it really relaxing. I think it's a throwback from when I was at school. So I'll just stick that on there. And then at some point, when I want to just write stuff, I'll come back and I'll go, oh, where's paperclip? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I could write that one out. And I'll just write it. And I could probably write that in there. Or partly over this, or, you know, I'll do something decorative with it. Nick knows what I'm talking about. There we go. It's just like, it's like doodling for me. I will literally pick up a book of something that is just interesting to me. This is why I buy those, you know, those huge books of sigils and symbols and historical things, and like, I have loads of these. Just encyclopedia type stuff. Oops. With dog hair on it. Encyclopedia type stuff. When I don't know what to do, but I want to be writing, I will just find something interesting, like, oh, Victoria Falls in Africa. That sounds interesting. And I will just go in here and I'll be like, oh, okay, let's find some information, maybe draw a map, just to have my hand moving. I guess it's like a commonplace book or something. I quite often do it in my book shadows. You spend the majority of your day with a hat, holding a pen with multiple notebooks at the ready. Oh, me too. Me too, Fiona. Fiona. Are you Fiona from Instagram? Scottish Fiona. I recognise that name. Are you Scottish Fiona? I'm not just the only one. Yes. I just love... Some people like to doodle. I like to sketch. I like to doodle, but specifically I love the feeling of writing. And I will just pick things out and copy them out. And I don't care if it's from a magazine. Do I need to look at this and verify that this will work or anything like that? Well, no, it's a meditation. It's not like I have to go and double check it in 6 different cross-references. If I read something and it gels with me, then I will write it in my book, because it might come in handy at some point. I'm basically a Book of Shadows hoarder. You are Scottish Fiona. Fiona, oh, Katie. Is Katie still with us? Are you still here, Katie? I don't know if she's gone off to stream. Fiona's just brought out a book for freelancers and people who work from home and work for themselves and stuff like that. I don't have my copy yet. Tell us what it's called, Fiona. Give us the spiel. Why would I do it when I've got you here? And put your Instagram name as well. Fiona likes to blog, isn't it? Is that right? Okay, I don't want to use that one just yet. I just cut it out. Yeah, her book's just come out this week and it's getting rave reviews. Lots of people really... Oh, other Fiona. Oh, okay. That's weird. It's the same name. How weird. Okay, the other Fiona, the other Scottish Fiona. How odd is that? You've got the same name as somebody else. I'm freaked. Spooketh. I'm shooketh. Spooketh. Spooketh. This little girl's meditation as well. Let's have her out of there. Ooh. She's got a meditation word next to her as well, so that might work. That's really weird. Well, the other Fiona's got a book out. Yeah, if I cut that very slightly curved. Actually, I don't want the angel bits. Go away with your angel bits. Not interested in angels. Enough of angels at Catholic schools, thank you. Fiona Thomas is the one I'm thinking of. Oh, okay. That's weird. I thought her name was Fiona Allen. Oh, I'm very confused now. But you know me and names, so... Okay. So Scottish Fiona is not the Scottish Fiona I thought she was. You're not Scottish Fee, are you? Because that's a different surname. Or are you? I'm really confused now. I don't think you're Scottish Fee. Okay, I just want the word meditation. And I like this little girl. So how about if we... God, I'm so ham-fisted today. Let's see, where can we put her that she will be... Let's see, how wide is that? If I chop it right next to her berries, there, and right next to her berries, almost cutting them off there, that should be the same width. And then now I have a specific thing that I do with my books, so on this side I'm not going to paste it all the way across. Fiona Likes to Blog wrote the book Out of Office. Yes, that's the one I meant, the yellow one that's just come out this week. That's so weird. How did I think that was the same name? I'm just really confused. There we go, now that fits there like that. And that's cute. I can work with that. What I normally do is do this up the side of my pages. So I will literally rule off that much and then like that. And the reason I do that is because when I'm flipping through my book, I can see the titles. So I've got meditation, sigils, making a wand. I need to cover that page. I was going to use it for something. DIY perfume oils, sun magic, fire magic, tea leaves, signs, September, this is my wheel of the year, Lammas, July, June, you know, that's how I do it, so that I can easily flip through and find what I'm looking for. So that one with Hestia, I might put Hestia, or I might put, like, I might do a page on minor Greek goddesses or something like that. I'll think about it, what I want to title it later. Thanks for that, Zen. Save me from my crazy ways. Crystals. I love that. I think she's really pretty. What does it say? Autumn is the season that calls for moments of stillness where we stop and soak up magical sights around us. Even if you haven't spent as much time as you'd like to in nature over the past few months, take time to enjoy the spectacle of the season change. This could help us to be more environmentally friendly. Whether you're listening to birdsong from your window or taking a daily walk in the leaves, to wonder at the buttery yellow and vibrant russet hues around you. Scientists at University of Plymouth believe that feeling psychologically connected to our environment not only makes us feel physically and mentally better, but also encourages us to do our bit to protect the health of our planet. That goes with earth meditations. That goes with that. Sometimes what I'll do is, like, that picture would fit in there quite well. So I could cut her out and put her there and then write the words next to her. Or I could cut her out here and then cut the words and put them above and literally stick them in. But I like to write things. If I'm going to write, I will write. So I will normally come to that, I'll cut that out, paste it in, and then write the words. I might do it above. You're Fiona Ray Allen everywhere. Do I follow you on Instagram or something? I'm having a moment, I'm telling you. So you're not Scottish Fee, and you're not the Fiona that I thought you were, but you are Scottish and you are Fiona. I know 3 Fionas. All 3 of them are Scottish. And all 3 of them are journal-y type, righty, witchy type people that I know. How weird is that? No wonder I'm confused. Where did I get to? There we go. There's the... I like that, but it's an angel. I kind of like the style, but I don't like the fact that it's an angel. So I can't see any reason for using that just at the moment. This is the kind of stuff that I'll take out and use as background. Another Fiona. Please don't tell me you're Scottish as well. I seem to be attracting Scottish Fionas. So like all of this, if you took away her face, all of that could be used as a background. Doesn't matter that there's hair in it. It's, you know, I'm going to cover it over anyway, probably, with stuff. But I don't have a use for it right now. This could be used for like spell work or something. Or even paired with that for a moon thing or something like that. You're Fiona in Derby. Oh, you're just up the road. Literally just up the road. She's gorgeous. Isn't she? Another meditation. Loving kindness meditation, yeah. Ugh, whatever. It involves other people, not doing that. These are all really interesting. These would just be really cool for pretty much anything. But you have to be careful because, like, if I wanted to cut one of these out, then I'd be like, oh, but I might want that one in the big version. And I might want that one in the small version as well. But then that one is there as well, so I could have that one, but then whatever's on the back I won't be able to use. Oh, it's the butterfly. I'm not particularly interested in butterflies. Although this is beautiful. So these I would actually leave in the book until such time as I wanted to use them. Holland Ward. Are you Derby now then? I thought you were just up the road. Or is that into Derby? I thought you were Ashbourne way. I really like the colours in this. That's an example of something I might actually take out in my, put in my sketchbook to use as a study for the colours. Because I love that orange and blue together. That's really pretty. Peak District. From just up by Matlock. Oh, you are in that. Oh, you're further... I'm in the right place north, but I'm thinking you're direct north and you're not. You're that way north. You're northeast. You're more diagonal. This is another fun little thing that you can do. You know, like when people do memes on Instagram, and it's like a witchy thing, and it's like, it'll be like a square, and it'll be a title, and then there'll be like little drawings. Do you know what I mean? Things like that make for really good things. So like, 5 ways to reap the benefits of autumn. Okay, well, I'm not writing all that out. And it's a bit boring anyway. But if you read them, the first one is collect pine cones. So you could do some pine cones, right? Pine cones and leaves. Collect pine cones and leaves. Treasures from autumn. Collect autumn treasures. You know, pine cones, leaves, nuts, conkers. Be kind. The Persian Festival of Autumn takes place on October the 22nd. Celebrates the beauty of nature and represents kindness, friendship and togetherness. So you could do like a little your little girl group, or you and your best bud, or whatever. Or you could do a picture that relates to that festival or something. Or you could just like, you know, something that represents kindness or togetherness or friendship. The one that for me always comes up is having a coffee with your friend, you know? Two cute girls having a coffee together. Friendship. Be kind, you know? Get spiritual. Connected with Halloween. The pagan festival of Samhain is celebrated on October 31st. Da 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 da. Light a candle for your ancestors. Think about the impact they had on the world. So you could have stuff for Halloween, like a pumpkin and a black candle and stuff. Celebrate Halloween. And you could also have like draw a little picture of a photograph or something and connect with your ancestors, you know? Nurture with food. Easily enough. You could have a pumpkin pie, cinnamon buns, you know, all the current yummies. Lots of carbohydrates going on at the moment. Gaze at the moon. Well, that's good this year. The Chinese Moon Festival falls on the 1st of October, but also there's 2 full moons this month. So you could draw a picture of the moon, and you could write the full moon dates underneath, and then you've got one of those little meme type things, but you've drawn it on your page. Really fun little thing you can do that doesn't require all of this. Mood foods. Foods that will help support your mind. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are gross. Hemp seeds are right up there with those chia bubble things and kale. Okay? The hippie foods and the gross. Apples. Apples are nice. Apples are good for you. Don't eat the pips. Sauerkraut. Oh, now there's a food I can get behind. Raw chocolate. Now you're speaking my language. There we go. Stuff like this is always useful to keep as a photo reference because, you know, all you've got to do is use a little bit of imagination. In fact, you know that thing we were looking at earlier? Where's that little boy we were looking at earlier? Here you go. So, there's the little boy. And that's what he turned into. Use the same principle and turn her into a little witch doing what? Herbs, baking, spell work, ritual, whatever you want. Do her in that. So you don't even have to draw the hands. Look, you can look at that and go, oh, I like that, but I can't draw people. Well, I can draw people, but I can only do faces. I can't do hands. That's too hard. Well, look at that hand and then tell me you can't draw a hand, right? So you could turn her into something like this, throw in some watercolour, and boom, you're done. You've got a cute little illustration in your journal. I'm very drawn to this picture. I don't know why. It's another meditate. I think the universe might want me to meditate. Do you want me to meditate? Oh, star anise. Who said star anise? You were right. There's a whole page on star anise. Cool. I like star anise. Tastes like licorice. Or, well, aniseed. But licorice tastes of aniseed, so. Affirmations to inspire generosity. Don't want to be generous. Go away. When I lose myself, blah, blah, blah. The more I give, the richer I am. These are good for just practice. If you can't watercolour, fair enough. You could just cut that out. But if you can watercolour, you could use this as practice. Just copy it. If it's for your journal, it doesn't matter, does it? I like that. That's beautiful. So that's coming out. That fits the colour scheme on my journal page. I wonder if I can make it fit the journal page. It's nice in a glass with gin and tonic. And a slice of lime. Ooh, John. I don't mind a bit of gin, I've got to say. I don't drink generally, but I don't mind a bit of gin. Yeah, that's the same colour, that'll go. Let's rough cut it. So I don't like sharp edges on things very much, so I tend to rough cut. But this is kind of fussy rough cutting. I am literally using my nail to tear the page along my nail to get the shape I want. Yeah, I don't like tonic. I'm quite happy with gin on its own, or gin and water, actually. I don't like tonic water at all, it makes me gag. But I'm liking the idea of gin with a bit of aniseed in it. That sounds good. There you go. Cool. I'm getting a theme. Pumpkins and witches. Autumn. Clocks changing. Hi, Pam. I love that colour. That's beautiful. And there's nothing on the back of that, so I think I'll just pull that out. This is the kind of thing that I would pull out as a colour reference and put in my sketchbook. I'm trying to give you lots of different ways that you can use a magazine. Because I know people like to collage, but often people think of collage as like being really complex, but it's literally just cutting and pasting. So if you like something like this, why not just pull it out as a colour reference to put in your sketchbook? Ooh, gin and diet lemonade, yes. The really, really cheap diet lemonade that costs like 15p. It can't be like really nice lemonade. It can't be like 7-Up or Sprite or anything like that. It's got to be just bog standard Cresta. It costs you 15p, but only if you don't return your bottle. You know? Yeah, tonic water's too bitter. I don't like the aftertaste it leaves in your mouth. This is interesting. Skull stuff with flowers. It's a shame that's covering it up. Oh. Is this a tarot deck? The sun. The moon. Yeah. Oh, it's a book, but it doesn't have the card. Okay. I do like these. These are really cute. I'm gonna have to rescue some of those. See, these are cute too. But something like this could give you ideas for recreating something, like if you wanted to do a page for Happy Mail, or you know, something like this. That's basic watercolour drawings. You don't even have to draw some stuff out like that. You can just go straight in with watercolour. Yeah, nice gothic computer witch type thing going on there. We'll have her. Don't think there's anything on the back. Nope. Anything else? Fairies, not into fairies. I like that moon picture, that's nice. I might take that one. But I don't need any moon pictures right now. But the moon comes round every month, at least once a month, so you can always use moon pictures. I do tend to collect them. What else? I love this. And isn't there two of her? Isn't there one at the front as well? Yes. So there's a square one there and there's a rounded one there. Cool. I like this one. This would work in here for like a spirit animal page or something. I don't know why. She's kind of Native American looking, and that always makes me think of spirit animals. Oh, find your power animal. Okay. This too. I mean, this is a really simple design. Anybody could do that in watercolour or watercolour pen or even pencil or whatever. You could even do that in ballpoint pen. If you're not confident that you could do it yourself, there's nothing to stop you doing stuff like this in your book. And don't tell me you can't paint people when this is in a published magazine as a paid-for sketch. I mean, look at that face. Don't tell me you can't draw people when that is a sold illustration. Illustrations from Shutterstock, so they're not even paying actual artists, they're just using Shutterstock. Do you ever go at her? She'd be kind of cool. I think I want to put that one in my journal. Okay. Too many things, not enough sides. Hold that thought. She's very self-representing witchy. So let's put her... Oh. Losing it now. So this first section of my book is about me. And my thoughts and my beliefs on stuff. That's going to be on Chaos Magic. And that's going to be on specialities. One of which is digital. She looks odd there because this bit's cut off. So I'm going to put her on the other side. There you go. Although she's facing out of the page, and I literally just said I don't like things facing off the page, she kind of fits because she's cut off that side. So that's okay. I'm all right with that one. She'd go well with that other tribal girl. Maybe I could do a page on Native American magic and shamanism and stuff like that. Just as a interest piece. Not I don't practice it, I'm not a Native American. But would be interesting to look at things like white sage and stuff, which is A, endangered, and B, sacred to the Native Americans. So please don't use white sage. Green sage is perfectly fine for the rest of us. It's sacred to them, let them have it. Let's draw a witch. Just pick a page and draw a witch, shall we? Okay. her in this style. That's not going to work. Let's put her there. Okay. So we're going to take this style. I'm going to do her in this style. And because we're brave, and we don't have to actually draw it properly, we're going to draw her in pen. The first thing I'm going to do is just in pencil, very roughly, I'm just going to mark out the page. I think I'd like to put her at the bottom of the page. I'm going to put her table there, which will put her body, maybe her shoulders will be about here. Her hands will be maybe around this area. That puts her head around there. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to do pre-sketching. So that's basically the same as that face. So give her a rounded chin because she's a girl. She'll have slightly softer features. She's looking down, so let's make her eyes kind of that shape. So she's looking down. And again, girl, so they tend to have eyebrows. There's no eyebrows on that one, but nose. Let's give her a little cute mouth. Her hair looks very much like his, but it's got long bits at the back. So ears, we can see her ears. And then her hair literally kind of looks like that, just like his does. But it's also got bits coming down here. So let's put in where her neck will be. So neck, jumper. They've even both got stripy jumpers on, so we can do the arms and the shoulders and everything the same. Her arms coming across, just like his. She's got slightly longer sleeves. She's holding a bowl, which is going to be about here, so I wasn't far off. Thumb. We don't even need the rest of her hand. We don't need to see the rest of her hand. And then this side, hand with a pestle thing. Stripy shirt, right? Now we can put in the rest of her hair. Let's give her lots of hair, because it's fun. Maybe make it a bit softer. His is very spiky. Let's make hers a little bit softer. Okay. And then she's got like a little pinny thing on. So let's put a little pinny thing on her there. And she's got a bow on one side. I'm going to put the bow this side. No particular reason. I just started drawing the bow that side. Let's say she's got a skirt on like that. And then her pinny is more kind of there, maybe with a little pocket in it that goes down behind the table. There's the table. She's got a beaker of something here. We can draw that so it goes off the table. It's got something in it. Don't know what. Maybe she's got little pots of stuff in front of her. Maybe that's pots of herbs and things. maybe that's a lid of a herb jar. Maybe this one's got a round lid that lifts up like that, like a tin of tuna almost. Maybe this one's still got its lid on. Maybe you can see what's in this one. Maybe there's some leaves and stuff, some bay leaves and stuff scattered on the counter. Some bits and pieces where she's dropped stuff. Perhaps she's got a saucepan on this side, like a broiling pan. So maybe we could put a little broiler on the side there with some steam coming out of it, right? Don't worry about the lines. You can always, if you don't like the fact that there's a line there, you can always colour this in and make it a cast iron pot. And of course the inside will be very dark because it's shadow. Maybe she's got some bits of herbs and things that she's stuck in her apron, like that. Maybe her apron has a few gathers in it. There we go, kitchen witch. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard. And don't sit there, I can hear you going, yeah, it's all right for her to say. It's not hard. You've just watched me do it. Look at that hand. Look at it. Look at that. And tell me you can't draw that. I mean, come on, it's not even connected to an arm, but because it's in context, we know it's his other hand, right? It's obvious. You get too hung up on, oh, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a hand. It doesn't have to look like a hand. It has to be obvious that it is a hand. Right, let's throw some watercolour on it. This paper takes watercolour, it's really nice. So, I'm not even going to do it properly. I'm going to use, oh, that's not my watercolour brush. Where's my watercolour brush? There it is. Too many things with red lids. Okay. Let's use the same colour scheme, shall we? Let's give her brown hair and a blue top. So, let's go for slightly gingery brown as opposed to plain brown. That's nice. Here we go. That will go nicely with blue. Throw it in there. Where's my cloth? Okay. Let's give her a blue and black, a dark blue and light blue jumper. So let's get some light blue. This is quite bright blue, so I'm going to kind of tone it down with quite a lot of water. There we go. It's a bit of a greeny blue, but it doesn't matter. Let's do a jumper in greeny blue. And that bit will be greeny blue as well. And then let's get some dark blue or bright blue. Mix some of that in there. There we go. Maybe she's wearing jeans. So let's give her like a dark blue bottom bits here. Maybe she's wearing jeans behind this. Okay, that means we can do our apron any colour we like. So let's do other bits on the page first and see what we want to contrast it with. So a bit of grey. Sorry, there's a dog hair there. I'm trying to get it out and it won't come out. A bit of grey for her mortar and pestle. Some green. Leaves. Leaves. This on the page is yellow, so let's grab some of that bright yellow. Put that in there like that. That looks good. Nice bit of contrast. Lids are often black or brown. So if that's a lid, let's colour that in grey. And maybe that's got a little bit of grey on it, and that's got a grey lid as well. Maybe inside this one, you can see a little bit of whatever it is, kind of powder maybe in there. Maybe it's a glass jar and it's got some powder in it. Okay, seriously, now you have to come out. Use a bit of black. Do the saucepan. That appears to be the same colour as that. I don't know why. Weird. Just use more paint, make it darker. So there's her saucepan. Oh look, now it looks like a cauldron. Imagine that. We could do the rim of her pestle in the same colour. Decorate it up a bit. So what colour apron should we get? They're all sorts. I don't have any one brand. I've got Daniel Smith's, I've got Holbein's, I've got Winsor & Newton, I've got De La Rowney, I've got just what I don't go for any one brand, I go for colours. This is a palette, I made my own palette. I buy tubes of watercolour in the colours I like. I bought a tin and some things and I just chuck it all in. That one is actually a pre-made one from the De La Rowney Georgian palette. It's the purple, because it's a gorgeous purple and I can't find it anywhere else. What colour should we make her? She needs a bit of, I feel like she needs a bit of bright. Let's first give her a little bit of skin tone. So skin tone, bit of pink, bit of blue. Add more water if it's not light enough. And there you go, skin tone. Now we know those are hands. Maybe give her a little bit more pink and give her a bit of a blushy. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Let's give her a blushy across her face like that. That's cute. A little bit more pink on her lips. And let's give her, should we give her a purple apron? Why not? Let's use this purple here. With a bit of this purple here. That's a nice colour. New purple but muted. So let's do her pocket. This is the only bit I'm being careful with, where it comes to the table and she goes down behind the table, because you don't want the colour to overlap the table. Let's do her bow in purple there. And her band, this bit should be purple there as well. I did it blue, but it should be purple. And maybe her rest of her thing has got stripes on it. That's 2 lots of stripes, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe she likes stripes. Countertop. Well, countertops are normally white or beigey coloured. Let's grab a little bit of kind of orangey colour and just kind of do a bit of a... Oh, that's nice. Like a soft wood kind of looking countertop. That works. And it ties in with her hair as well. So it brings that colour down the page. Yeah, that works. And then let's skip this, maybe this is berries in here. Maybe there's berries in this one. Or jam, or something. And then maybe this one can be something that's brownish looking, like nuts or seeds or something like that. Let's do a little bit of a shadow in the middle of here, just so it's not quite so stark. And let's take a bit of that blue and just put a thing on here to make it look like a glass. There we go. Kitchen witch. It's not hard. Just practice it. I guarantee you, absolutely 100% money back guarantee that if you did a sketch like that every day or even every other day and then on alternate days painted it, if you're really pushed for time, so one day you draw it, the next day you paint it, the next day you draw it, the next day you paint it. If you did that for a year, you'd be really good at this by then, by the end of the year. You'd be fully confident to draw pretty much anything. Do it! You have the Jane Davenport ones. I've not tried the Jane Davenport ones. I like the mermaid markers, but I don't have anything else Jane Davenport. Oh, I've got the washi tape. I like the washi tape. And I like the mermaid markers. I like this style too, Mika. I want to do more of this. This is what I've been moving towards because I've finally managed to get myself, well, I say I've finally managed to get myself out of it. I've managed to move myself on from only doing this kind of back-breaking ballpoint pen colouring work. This is all ballpoint pen. You can imagine how long this took. I find it meditative, but I get so into the details and I really want to be able to do more of this style. To just be able to, you know, capture someone in a coffee shop. I've done this style before, especially when I'm out and about, but I forget to do it. And I need to practice it more. I want to do more of it. You missed an entire section. Oh, Risha, you would have liked that bit as well. We just drew an entire girl in this style using that reference. You're too influenced by whimsical looking girls. Well, what's not whimsical about her? How is she not whimsical? Whimsical just means fantasy-like and cute. Well, she's a kitchen witch. In fact, let's make her whimsical, like and cute, shall we? Let's have her hat match her apron. Oops. Sorry, getting caught up on my leads. Repetition of colour is really good for these kind of illustrations because you've used it in multiple places, so it looks more in keeping. I really am ham-fisted today. I've lost all coordination. I need a bit more of that purple, I think. It's not... There we go, that's better. It's not dark enough. That'll be better once it dries. Okay, and let's see. How can we make her even more witchy? How about we don't even draw anything? How about we just grab some of this ginger and yellow and a bit of orange. Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Who knows? Do we care? Could be a little doggo. Could be a little kitty. Does it matter? No. He's keeping her company while she makes stuff. That's all we need, isn't it? How about we give her... Ooh, let's go mixed media, shall we? Let's give her a sparkly moon necklace. Gel pen, see? Right. Clever, eh? There you go. When that's dry, I might put his features in a little bit better so we can see if it's... that it is some sort of animal and not just some kind of... You could put a wonky shelf in the background. I actually see this with writing, so I'm not going to put anything in the background. I think I would like to use this for writing. But yeah, you could put a wonky shelf in the background. Or you could even have a door in the background. Maybe you could have part of a doorway in the background with herbs hanging or a broomstick hanging behind it. It's more illustration than realistic whimsy. What the hell is realistic whimsy? The Tam style of whimsy. Well, that's just a different type of illustration. All that is giving her a different style of face. And that's not hard either. Same stuff, it's just a harder outline, that's all. That one doesn't have an outline at all, it's all done in watercolour. The problem comes specifically when you have this idea in mind of what you want to draw. Like, oh, I want to draw whimsy kind of people like Tam does. That's not a good way to start drawing. A good way to start drawing is to go, well, I want it to look cute, so I'll go from there. And just start drawing. Because what you want to draw, you're not going to be able to just... What's the point in drawing if you're just going to draw like Tam does? That's the thing. It's like... I guess in a way it's kind of like, what's the point in learning a musical instrument if you're just going to play other people's music? If you're never going to attempt to try and play your own thing, what's the point? What's the point in writing if you're just going to rewrite Stephen King's short stories? You've got to find the version of you that can draw whimsy. But you have to allow your version of whimsy to come out. You can't... You can just draw like Tam if you really want to, but then you're just drawing like Tam. What's the point in that? I guess this little guy is a cat. He seems to be a bit cat-like and kind of scruffy, but it doesn't really matter what he is. He's sat on the table next to her, and that's all that really matters. Could be a gerbil for all we know. In fact, he looks like a gopher. It means you need to put in more practice. Exactly. Even if you took this style and said, okay, well, what don't I like about this style? Well, maybe I need more defined lines. So, okay, instead of just doing quick sketchy lines, I'll do the quick sketchy lines in pencil, and then when I'm ready, I'll come back in and I'll shape them up into proper outlines a bit like this. Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I do that myself. I'm trying to move away from that because it's a bit too time consuming. But yeah, okay. I want to be able to do proper lines and stuff. Great. Now I want to do proper faces. I want to do realistic looking faces. Okay, well, then let's give her a bit of a nose. And maybe a cupid's bow at the top for her mouth. And maybe we could give her a bit of an eyelid here. Maybe turn this into her eyelashes where she's looking down. Like that. Maybe give her a little bit more defined eyebrows. Okay, she's got a bit of a long nose, but it's cute. Now she's got a proper face. Your, for want of a better word, style will come out in whatever you draw. Whether you copy somebody else or not. Even if you copied absolutely everything about Tam's style, you would never get a picture that was exactly like Tam's. It would look like somebody who'd copied one of Tam's pictures. So why be a second-rate version of somebody else? Why not just practice every day, 5 minutes a day, quick sketch? Doesn't have to be amazing. Just pull out a magazine and find a picture and go, oh, I'll do that one. That's a bit complex because it's full body pose, but, you know, just find something fun. Here we go. Here's a girl on the computer. So we've got another computer witch. So I had one with a computer witch before, didn't I? So let's just turn another few pages. I don't have any set places that I do things in my book, so. Alright, so let's draw a computer witch. So let's place her on the page. So she's got a desk. She's got a table in front of her, like a coffee table. Let's put that there. I like that. Make it a bit simpler. And she's got candles on the table, so we'll put some of them in. And then she's sat, well, she's sat with her legs crossed, but I can't draw people with their legs crossed, and probably neither can you. So let's just give her a long skirt instead, because that's a lot easier. Put a little thing there to show that she's sitting with her legs, with her skirt like that, right? She's got a laptop on her knee. So we'll draw in the bottom of the laptop where we want it to be, like that. And then we'll make it a box. And then we'll draw the back of the laptop where we think it should be. Maybe about there. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly the same size or square or whatever. We'll do, oh, look, a hand. Another hand here. Maybe she's got a big ring on. Look, let's give her a big ring and some bracelets. Woman after my own heart. There's her arm. Oh, I'm still sketching in pencil, but it doesn't really matter. There's her head. She's got lots of hair. She's got a cardie sitting over her shoulders like that. Okay, so her shoulders are a bit big. Let's do her shoulders a bit thinner, like that. There we go, that's better. So let's do her face. Okay, so let's do a proper face. Basic 3/4 face. Her eyebrows are quite low and quite large, so we'll do that. Make sure she looks like she's looking down, like that. She's got all these lovely curls. So instead of trying to draw each individual curl, what I would do is do the basic shape of the hair in the curly form, like that. There's her neckline. Her face comes down. She's got a cheekbone, chin, neck. Her hair comes down here as well. It's nice and long. It's falling over her shoulder. Her shoulder we'll put here. She can have that hanging over her shoulder like that. There's her sleeve. She's got that hanging over her like that. This is her skirt coming down over the whatever she sat on, with a few creases coming over this way and down to here. Put a few loops in the bottom. There we go, like that. Maybe she's sitting on kind of a sofa thing, so let's just put something in there to we can colour it in later to make it look like whatever we want. Let's put her hand here. I'm going to tidy this hand up very slightly because I do like them to have actual fingers. Let's put her laptop there, like that. This hand here, that nice big chunky ring, and her bracelets, and her sleeve. That's pretty much all we need. And then this hair, I would literally just, she's got beautiful afro hair, so I would just emphasize the texture on it and literally just turn it into lots and lots and lots of scribbles. Like that. There you go. You could do that every day for a year and your style will eventually emerge, Amika. You can't help but have your style emerge when you practice stuff every day, but you have to not be attached to the outcome. You have to not be, it's like I said in Poe class, you have to not decide in advance what you're going to have it look like. You have to just allow your ability to draw to come to the fore. Is this a professional drawing? Does it look amazing? No. Is it good enough for my book? Yes. Do I like it? Yeah, she's kind of cool, actually. Am I annoyed because it took so long and I spent ages on it and she doesn't look quite right? No, because it took all of, what, 5 minutes? Let's sort out what's going on with this shoulder. we go. Maybe the back of her sofa is maybe, let's see, she might be sat maybe there. Let's give it like that. And then maybe this is kind of like this. And that would be there. Yeah, something like that. This is dark because that's the back of her hair. Her hair will be dark, so let's make her eyebrows dark. Some more of those lovely curls. Okay, let's draw some candles. Basic cylinders. They don't even have to look like candles. Just a cylinder with a wick at the top will look like a candle. Maybe put a little one down there. Maybe that's got 2 wicks, that one. And maybe she's got a mug of tea sitting there as well. With a, there you go, maybe she's just browsing her laptop. Let's put her table in. There you go. Ta! The more you practice this stuff, the more she will look like what you want to draw. Because every time you draw something, you get to look at it and go, I don't like the way that turned out, so next time I'll do X. Let's give her a... It is a book of shadows after all, so let's give her a pentagram. Stop perfectionism. Yeah, stop trying to be a perfectionist. You're never going to manage to do anything perfect, so stop trying. Good enough is good enough. Just keep practicing. If you do good enough over and over and over again, eventually good enough gets better. You can quote me on that. Okay, so this girl has dark skin. She's not super dark, but she is dark. So let's use... I think that one. Yeah, that's a neutral brown. So I'm going to use that one, mix it with that pink tone we used earlier. And that should be, there we go, dark skin girl. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean good enough. You're not going to look at her and go, oh, that's a weird skin colour. You're going to look at her and go, oh, she's dark skinned. Dark skinned women have a tendency to wear quite vibrant lipsticks. So I'm going to do her as if she's made up with a little bit of dark lipstick. I think that looks really nice. Let's give her an eye-catching ring. Let's give her a nice gold ring. And some gold coloured bracelets maybe. That goes nice with that purple colour. I'm going to do her jumper in this grey colour. I think that looks quite nice. It's a neutral cut tone that goes with her skin. And then, how about this greeny colour for her dress? Keep it nice and neutral colours. Nice soft. Not pastel colours, but soft colours, you know? That looks nice. He's thirsty apparently. Let's give her, let's use this blue for the sofa. Thirsty Madge? She's going to burp now. That would be blue as well, because that would be the front of the sofa. Maybe a little bit of blue here. Let's use that wooden kind of colour that I used before. What did I use? Was it this? Will that make a wood? Yeah, I'll make a wood colour. That'll do. Let's give her a red coffee mug. Let's have a little point of interest. Oh, that's bright pink. Okay, pink it is then. Maybe she likes pink. She's got pink lipstick on as well. And let's see, she's got a blue couch and she's got a wooden table. So let's go for, let's do orange and whoops. Orange and yellow. Okay. Let's erase these bits we don't need on the laptop. I didn't bother erasing anything else because I was going to paint over it, but you know, this bit, I mean, so let's use a light grey. Let's use this one, which is a lot lighter than that. Clean the brush first. How about that? Let's use a really light grey for her laptop. Just enough to give it a bit of colour. Maybe do some kind of a logo thing on the front. Bit of shading. There you go. Let's use that nice dark bluey black colour with a little bit of that brown to do her hair. Give her that nice rich dark chocolatey looking hair. There you go. Done. Yo, no, it was Maddie. It was Maddie having a drink. She's a noisy girl. So now I've got a page that I can use for, well, anything really. Does it look like her? No. Is it obviously referenced from there? Yes. Is her face straight? No. Her mouth is all over the place. Here. But does it look like a whimsical illustration? Yeah. More to the point, does that one and that one look like it was drawn by the same person? And that one? Yeah. You just got to practice, and I recommend working fast. This is what Halloween Chronicles is about, Mika. You're in Halloween Chronicles. I know you've gone off to do your own project for some unknown reason, but you could actually do the class that you paid for and follow the class and do the sketching. Where's my... This is what we're doing in Halloween Chronicles. I've got to let that dry now. Those two pages will need to stay open for a little bit. I can't show you all of it because some of it hasn't gone out yet, but one of our classes we did grab a sketchbook and draw what you think Edgar Allan Poe looks like. She does look a bit like Burgess, doesn't she? Yeah, she kind of does. Even with the dark skin, she kind of looks a little bit like Burgess because I didn't do her that dark. I think it's the hair. Okay, so I I said draw lots of ideas on the same page, no reference, just draw what you think Edgar Allan Poe looks like. And do it over and over and over again in different styles. And that's what I came out with in the class. And believe it or not, most people are doing this. Do any of these look incredibly like Edgar Allan Poe? Not really. That one looks like Stephen Fry. That one looks like Hugh Laurie. That one looks like Bob Ross. That one looks like the guy who does the weather. I don't know what's going on with him. That one looks like John Cusack playing Edgar Allan Poe. This is just a guy screaming at a bird. And then we drew deliberately in the style of Jack Skellington and Sally. We drew Edgar Allan Poe and Lenore. Does that on its own look like Edgar Allan Poe? Not particularly. Does that look like Lenore? Well, that could be anybody. You'd probably expect it was Sally. But if you've got the writing, you go, Lenore? Hi, Eddie. You know? That's how you know who it is. What is this guy? Who is this guy and why is he screaming? Well, here's a clue. There's a bird sat on a door going, I said nevermore! So who is that? Edgar Allan Poe. Now we know him. Now we know who he is. And again, that was drawn in the style of... It's actually drawn in the style of Tim Burton. But this is what we've been doing. And the next stage is to take the one you like the best, which is the next class we're doing, is to take the one you like the best, which is that one for me, and redraw that one over and over and over and over and over again. But this time in different mediums. And you're not trying to make it look like that one. You're just drawing that same one over and over and over and over and over again. It's called sketchbook practicing. Mika. Anyway, I told you I wasn't going to show you my Poe book today. I have stuff I need to do, so I'm going to stop there for today. But I hope that's been useful. I mean, I know I wasn't really doing anything particularly, just a bit of journaling, but, you know, I chucked out these two illustrations. If you honestly looked at those two illustrations in somebody's sketchbook, you'd go, oh, they're cool. You wouldn't think they were amazing work of art. Oh, amazing work of art, amazing. You're such an amazing illustrator. You probably wouldn't say that. Oh, they're cool. Oh, is that so-and-so? Because it might be somebody you know. Yeah? And yet, this is an actual publication from the Book Trust. And look at the style of illustration in it. Look at that hand. These are paid for illustrations. Look at that hand. Look at those feet. Those feet don't even have, they only have 4 toes. And those hands, that one doesn't even have fingers. I don't know what is going on with that one. That has 4 fingers and a thumb, but none of the fingers are the same size. This one has 3.5 fingers and a thumb. I don't know what that's supposed to be. What is that? You know, you judge your own work too harshly. I always say, if a friend of yours brought that to you, would you sit there and go, oh, I don't know, it's not very whimsical, is it? It doesn't look like Tam's, though. It doesn't have a proper face. What's that? Is it a cat or is it a gopher? What's that meant to be? Why doesn't she have the right amount of fingers? You wouldn't say that. You go, oh, that's cute. I like her. Try doing it with your own work sometime, people. If you don't at least appreciate your art to the point where you go, okay, it's not great, but it's quite good. I kind of like it. I like the colours at least. She's not bad. I could have done better if I'd spent a little more time on it, but she's all right. Okay, even if you only get to the point where she's all right, that's a start. Okay is okay. I don't care if it's hard to do. It's not hard to do. The less time you spend criticising this, the faster you can move on to something else and forget about this completely and do something else. Here's my question, okay? Here's my question to you, Katie. Are you a professional artist? Don't yes mom me, Lisa. Are you a professional artist? Are you a professional art teacher? Are you an amateur artist even? Are you, in any way, shape or form, whatsoever, in any way, qualified to say what is good art? Beyond what you like and perhaps a two-term art history class that you took when you were about 14. No. So what makes you think you can look at your art in an objective way? What makes you think you are able to look at your art and say what needs improving, what needs doing better, or how to do X, Y, and Z? What? If you have zero qualifications in any kind of art critique whatsoever, what gives you the right to sit there and look at what you've drawn and go, well, that's crap? What gives you that right? Yeah, nothing. Not even a little bit. And no one... Exactly, Cody. No one has to see your work. You can make ugly art and throw it away. You can. There are people on this planet who have made a living out of making ugly art. There are people like, Tim Burton, for instance, who have made a living out of drawing stuff that is not even remotely biologically correct or anatomically correct. Sometimes it's not even the right colour. Now, if I was playing something on the flute as a complete beginner, because I've played a flute precisely 3 times in my entire life, I would not be qualified to say if I was any good or not. You, as a professional flute player, would be more than qualified to actually turn around and say, you know what? Maybe stick with the guitar. But you wouldn't say that, would you? You'd try and help me improve. So why are you doing it to yourself? Music's a different story. Yes, because you're good at music. Why are you good at music, Katie? Did you just pop out of the womb and go, hey, I'm going to be a flautist? People have this... I think I mentioned this the other day in class, actually. People have this thing where, in order to be a good chemist, they expect you to have been to school and learned how to be a chemist. In order to be a good lawyer, they expect you to have studied law for more than 5 minutes, hopefully, In order to be a good racing driver, they accept that you will have had to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours going round and round and round and round and round a track. In order to be a good musician, they understand that even just to be able to play somebody else's piece of music, you have to have practiced for many thousands of hours, and often that you will have started as a child. And yet they still believe that people pop out of the womb and are just naturally talented artists. It's not talent, it's practice. Do you see this soapbox I'm on right now? Music has to be precise. If you hit a bum note, it's noticeable. Yeah, especially if people know the music. If it's your composition, you can get away with fumbling through it. You know, do a little trill here and there. Change the key, fumble it over. You can make it look not noticeable. But if you're playing somebody else's music, you have to play the right notes, or people notice. In art, it's like, yeah, people will notice that that kind of doesn't really look like a cat. It could be anything. They'll notice that that mouth is not really drawn properly. They'll notice that her mouth is way up here for some reason. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. They'll notice that none of these candles would actually literally stand up if you put them on a desk. But they accept that it's just a sketch. It's just an illustration. It's not meant to be realistic. Does it look like it's meant to be realistic? No. Could have drawn her with 3 arms. Yeah. I don't believe that commodification of a product gives it value. Yeah, just because you can sell art for lots of money doesn't mean that you're any good at it. Don't get me wrong, there are people who are phenomenal artists. What Bob Ross couldn't do with a 6-inch paintbrush wasn't worth bothering with, frankly. He was incredible, and most of the time he used a bloody great paintbrush that you'd paint walls with. But he was confident, and he practiced. In his lifetime, he made over 4,000 paintings. That's a lot of paintings. Just have at it and stop criticising everything. God, you people. There's a big difference between accepting that, okay, that's not particularly good, I could do better if I practice some more, and, oh, that's crap. Of course you can say you could do better. Can I do better? Absolutely. Everything I do, I think I could have done it better. And I'm a professional artist and teacher. And every single thing I do, I think I could have done it better. I bet if you ask Stephen King if he's ever written a book that he was absolutely 100% completely happy with, he'll go, no. Bob Ross is a god. Yes, Bob Ross is godlike status anyway, so he's not just one of us mere mortals. He literally did roll out of the womb with the 2-inch paintbrush in his hand and go, I'm an artist. Some people can pick up a pencil and take to drawing really well. But, you know, some people get in a car and learn to drive in a matter of weeks, and other people it takes years. Some people can learn to dance really well in a matter of months. Other people, if you can get them to foxtrot, you're doing well. You know? Some people are doing well if they're just not dancing like a dad at a disco. 3 arms and a weird knobbly bit you can't explain. Well, that would definitely say she was a witch, wasn't it? Wouldn't it? Less judging, more sketching, guys. That's the takeaway from this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And guess what? If you want to practice, that's what your sketchbook's for. If you don't know how to draw an elephant, guess what you do? You draw an elephant over and over and over and over and over again until you can draw an elephant. And then you go, right, what else can't I draw? If you want to learn to draw an elephant that actually looks like an elephant, like anatomically, biologically and anatomically correct, then you get a reference photo of an elephant and you learn about how the skeleton moves and all that kind of stuff, and you practice and you practice and you practice in your sketchbook until you've filled up 3 books worth of elephants, and then you'll be able to draw a beautiful elephant. But guess what? It still doesn't mean that you're going to be able to then turn around and go, oh, I'll draw an otter now and it's going to be beautiful. You can draw an elephant. That doesn't mean you can draw an otter. It doesn't mean you can draw a race car. It doesn't mean you can draw a tree. It just means you can draw an elephant because you practiced it for 6 months. 20 years of practice, 4 to 6 hours a day. Yeah. And that's, you're a flautist as well, aren't you, John? Yeah. Because when you're doing it even semi-professionally, yeah, go off and practice, Katie. even semi-professionally, or even just playing flute just for fun, you still have to learn the basics of your scales and how to read music and how to make it sound like you're not strangling a cat. You know? But even if you're playing for fun, you only have to get it to that point where if people hear you, they don't want to immediately kill you. Right? With art, you don't even have to get to that point because you don't ever have to show anybody. There's a lot more chance somebody will hear you practicing on your flute than there is that somebody will see you drawing, unless you go out and draw in public. Perfectionism. As Salvador Dali said, forget about perfectionism, you'll never attain it. Humans are not meant to be perfect. We're not good enough to be perfect. We are not gods. Sad but true. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. I am going to go and have some food. Nice big jacket potato sitting in the kitchen waiting for me. Yum yum. And then I'm going to do some more sketching and try and get everything sorted out for putting a video up for Halloween Chronicles. You started playing when you were 6. 4 hours of practice every week. Yeah. Then you moved up to 4 hours of practice every day when you studied. Exactly. I used to play clarinet just because I felt like it, just because I enjoyed it. And I used to practice at least half an hour every day. I play guitar at least 4 to 6 hours every week. Nobody's ever heard me play, and I would probably never ever play for anybody. I just like plucking away on the guitar. And after 20 years, I'm finally getting to the point where I can mostly make a tune sound okay. Right. Thanks for joining me, guys. I will see you all again next week. Au revoir.